Welcome to the video, guys, where I'm going to be a lot more serious than I am quite usually. Now, I know my opinion probably means diddly squat to a lot of people, and for those that are interested, this is my opinion on the whole fallout with PewDiePie allegedly being a raving Nazi, neo-Nazi racist. Now, I know a lot of people have covered this story. It seems like almost every YouTuber of all levels of subscribers and opinions and from pretty much all walks of life now have covered this story. So I'm just throwing my opinion out there with several hundreds of thousands of other people. Now, to start off, obviously I want to say straight away that I don't support racism or anti-Semitism or anything that is really being a dick to another person. I also want to talk a little bit about context. Now, the Wall Street Journal, which is what broke the story about PewDiePie allegedly being a neo-Nazi racist, they've taken clips from some of his videos where he's literally lampooning the media for calling him a racist by pretending to be a racist. And so not only did some of this mainstream media fall for it hook, line and sinker, they've literally used clips of him lampooning them as evidence that he's a Nazi and loves Hitler. Now, context is very important because if you make a joke that is as easy to be misconstrued as hate speech or racist, then you can end up in hot waters pretty quickly, regardless of whether you're famous or not. My opinion on the matter is you should be able to joke about virtually anything within obvious reason. If it's deliberately to upset somebody else, then it's no longer a joke. It's quite clear that PewDiePie wasn't trying to deliberately cause offense. He was quite literally trying to make a point about how you can get somebody to do virtually anything, and the results were, admittedly, pretty funny. I mean, what's not funny about getting a guy who does impersonations of Jesus to pop up and say, "Hello, my name's Jesus, just want to let you know Hitler did nothing wrong." He's pushed the boundaries of what could be considered tasteful comedy, but it's just gallows humor, it's black humor, dark humor. As for the scene with the two, I believe they were Indian, the two Indian chaps, unfurling that banner that said, "Death to Jews, subscribe to Keemstar," the media seems to have completely missed the point of the joke there. The joke quite clearly seems to be that he's trying to make it as if Keemstar did that, and that he said that, not PewDiePie, or the Indian guys who were unfortunately dragged into the whole thing. Now, there's even been some large Jewish YouTubers that have said that the joke was funny, like it wasn't hilarious, but it was funny, and they've not taken any offense to it. I believe it was H3 Productions, yes, H3 Productions, obviously a really large YouTuber, and Jewish, who said, stop getting offended on my behalf. The joke was funny, and Felix deserves none of this, and he's quite right.
Canceled his show. He's being denounced. There's like 20 articles calling him a raging anti-Semite. I feel like as a Jew and somebody who knows Felix and is friends with him, I'm in a unique position to talk about this situation. So as far as I can tell, this new round of hit jobs on Felix started from the Wall Street Journal, with an article entitled "Disney Severs Ties with YouTube Star PewDiePie After Anti-Semitic Posts." Okay, that title is fucking garbage. Anti-Semitic posts? Let's just show what he did.
But anyway, Fiverr now has decided that this kind of work is not enough. They need more. So they've expanded into pretty much fucking everything. It was a blissful moment when I discovered this. We have the low of the low, the scraping of the bottom, fun and lifestyle. Basically just become, I'll do pretty much anything you want for $5.
PewDiePie went on Fiverr, and as a joke, he asked people to hold up a sign that says "Death to all Jews, comma," everyone's forgetting the second part, "Death to all Jews, comma, subscribe to Keemstar." He's making a joke about Keemstar, making it sound like he's anti-Semitic, okay? That's the joke. Now, another part of this commentary, and you're making me explain a fucking joke, which is always obscene, is that he's seeing what you can get people to do for $5. It's an interesting commentary. He found a guy who impersonates Jesus and got him to say Hitler did absolutely nothing wrong.
Hello, Jesus here. Just want to let you all know that Hitler did absolutely nothing wrong.
Now that is fucking hilarious, guys, okay? It's a joke.
If PewDiePie is guilty of anything, it's probably making a joke in poor taste and it not really being fully explained what he was trying to achieve, which was, I mean, it should be quite blatant to most people, apart from pushing the boundaries of dark humour, was seeing what you could get people to do for a $5 on the website Fiverr. He also covered in this Fiverr video people that didn't do the things that he requested. That was also quite funny when he was trying to get people to do different things or go out of their comfort zone and they didn't want to do it. But that didn't stop some of the people at the Wall Street Journal trying to cherry pick individual clips and then cut them completely out of context, like showing PewDiePie watching a video of Hitler and saying, look, that is him supporting Hitler. He loves watching Hitler videos. When the whole video is him saying about how the YouTube hero system could just result in lots of little Nazi-like people flagging videos left, right, and centre. And so, he had a YouTube heroes hat on, or Make America Great Again hat on, pretending to be one of these people, watching a Hitler video and thinking it was good. That's, we don't need McCain off The Simpsons to pop up every time someone says a joke just to go, that is the joke. But that seems apparently what we need, just so people don't get really upset and then start pointing fingers, because it's all very, very silly, I think, and there's much huger things going on in the world that we should be concerned about than a YouTuber made a joke in poor taste and it upset people that are in no relation to the joke. I'm a firm believer, again, like I said earlier, in the fact that you should be able to joke about virtually anything, because as soon as one thing becomes not okay to say or not okay to do, then everything can't be said or can't be done. If one thing is forbidden, everything is forbidden, I believe the saying goes. The other part of the story, obviously, that I feel I should cover is Disney dropping PewDiePie's show and booting him out of the Maker Studios MCN. Now, without getting into the history of Disney and Walt Disney being quite well known to be an anti-Semite, a womanizer, and occasionally quite racist, Disney is doing what Disney needs to do to protect its IP. That's all they're doing. I don't think it's supposed to come across as vindictive, as a lot of people seem to have thought that, wow, as if they could do that. Well, they can, and they have. And the fact that no one's actually talked about it with Felix at the time, and it was just a straight publication that, oh, he's definitely a neo-Nazi, and then the Wall Street Journal goes to YouTube. They don't go to Felix at any point until after the whole thing has exploded, and then ask him if he would like to have a position to talk about it. That was a bit of a bad way about going about doing things, and that is pretty much what the whole case is based on, is a lot of things done in ways that it shouldn't have been. These days, it does seem that we're getting into this quote-unquote social justice warrior culture where everyone is just perpetually offended by everything. And this seems to be one of those cases where the people that are offended bear no relation to the joke that was done. I've not seen, thus far at least, any huge Jewish groups going, well, this is outrageous and we're really against this. In fact, I've seen quite the opposite of people saying that it was either funny or a not funny joke, but they're not bothered because it's all in the name of entertainment, and it was an entertaining video, as most of PewDiePie's videos are.
As a Jewish person, I'm not offended. And this is the problem with this manufactured outrage. People getting offended for people who are not offended. You don't need to get outraged on my behalf, okay? Hitler standing on a pulpit screaming, let's kill all the Jews, is not the same as PewDiePie doing a little goof on Fiverr. Context matters. Use your fucking brain, guys. By the way, Wall Street Journal, aren't you like a fucking news organization? Don't you talk about like Wall Street? And now you're writing about PewDiePie? His business must be slow, eh, guys? You have to log in and subscribe to read their article. God, I wonder why they're creating these sensational titles, man. It's probably not fueled by money. Probably not trying to clickbait people to come on their shitty website and take credit for ruining the reputation of one of the biggest YouTubers for absolutely no reason. Wall Street Journal, you guys have a stellar reputation. You're the best, man.
And I don't think the conversation should descend into a kind of a YouTube versus mainstream media thing, because a lot of people seem to be making it about that. They seem to be going for a whole it's us versus them thing. I mean, we're all media, we're all involved in this, and that's why I feel as though all YouTubers should be standing up in support of PewDiePie, whether you like him or not, whether you like Felix or not, whether you like his content or not. One person being shut down on YouTube is an assault on all of us, really. I mean, what's going to happen next? Are people going to go after Markiplier for making the odd edgy joke here and there? I mean, where does it end? Are we just going to have everyone taken down a massive notch for what they say? Are we all going to have to watch what we say just in case somebody doesn't like it somewhere and then our entire channel, gets shut down or a video gets flagged and removed? If there's anything to take away from the whole conversation, if there's anything to take away from the whole event, it's probably that at least it's been very transparent what groups like the Wall Street Journal and Forbes have done in this attempt to paint Felix as something that he's not. I think they've done a really good job of making a good point about how biased and how cherry-picking the mainstream media can be and how bad they can get in order to get those clicks on their website. It's a lot easier to have a story where it's PewDiePie, racist, or PewDiePie, your big YouTuber, clearly is a racist, than it is to say, could this be taken out of context? Doesn't get quite as many clicks as doing something like that. By having world's largest YouTuber is obviously a neo-Nazi. Another disturbing thing in the story is that also the Wall Street Journal said that because some right-wing groups, some of the white supremacists and that kind of business, they obviously do like things associated with Hitler, and then have said that they like PewDiePie because he's had clips of Hitler in his video, regardless of the context, that they just like the fact that he was there. And the Wall Street Journal has used that as evidence that PewDiePie is obviously a white supremacist because somebody who is a white supremacist likes that. And that's just all kinds of absolutely fucking dumb. I mean, think about it for a moment. If there is a white supremacist in any of my followers, if they then, I don't know, like one of my videos or tweet it out somewhere, does that then mean that I am a white supremacist because a white supremacist happens to like one of my videos? I think that kind of area is going to be very, very dangerous if people are going to take that as some kind of legitimacy to what has been said. You can't... This sort of guilt by association thing, to me especially, is quite disturbing, because where does the craziness in that end? So yes, really, I think Disney was just protecting its IP. They can't look as though they're in full support of what Felix has done in some of these jokes. It's understandable that they'd want to distance themselves from that, because when you've got places like the Wall Street Journal saying he is racist and he is a neo-Nazi, why is YouTube and Disney supporting this? It's understandable why they chose the position they did, but it also shows the fact they've got no balls to stand up and say, surely you're taking this completely out of context, aren't you? It would have been nicer if they'd have made some kind of attempt to actually defend Felix rather than just go, oh shit, yeah, maybe he is racist, well, we aren't supporting him anymore. It's like, have some balls, guys. Unless PewDiePie is literally in a video saying he hates Jewish people and that you should go out and kill one right now, and it's not a joke and it's definitely deadly serious, then yes, shut down channels of people doing like that. I mean, there is literally videos of ISIS and ISIS propaganda on YouTube that doesn't seem to get shut down half as quick, and that is a bigger deal than somebody making a joke that some people have taken quite badly. As I've said, there is bigger issues going on in the world right now that people should be getting their knickers in a twist about. All this has shown that the media can be incredibly stupid when they're going after the clickbait articles and cherry-picking things to support their view. Jokes should have a level of protection. There is comedians that have said and done far worse things than what Felix has done. And apparently he doesn't enjoy the same immunity as people that have regularly made jokes about 9/11, the Holocaust, you name it, as dark as you can go. It's also thankfully shown that people aren't all completely stupid, and they've been able to see through this story pretty easily and straightforward, have realised that the media have taken it out of context. But there are still going to be those few people that will see the headline and just assume that that is the God's honest truth, and that's a very dangerous thing to have. As in this day and age when everyone's getting the media in small bites, it's a very dangerous thing to do, just to read the headline and then not read the rest of the story or get an alternate opinion. Anyway, guys, I think I've covered that reasonably well. And if you enjoyed the video, then do feel free to join in the conversation in the comments below. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I have been Turbo, and that was my thoughts on the matter.